There are always options in life. This is the message that one of my very first coaches taught to me. And yes, it was maybe arguably part of his sales technique to get me to invest $15,000 that I didn't have. But also, it was the beginning of a journey for me, and that was really when my first lesson began. You see, what he was trying to show me, because as I was sitting there really wanting to invest with this guy, because I believed that he could take me to the next level, and in the end, very genuinely, this is the best investment I've made in my life to date. But that's another story for another time, maybe. Coming back, there are always options. What does this mean? I had thought I had tried every single thing I could think of. Every business idea, every money-making scheme to make something really, really fast. And I had really thought of everything I could. I'd called all the immediate people and I'd thought of everything. Or so I thought. But when he insisted again and again that there were always options, because he would keep calling me, hey, how's it going? Not so good. There's always options. It wasn't quite like that, but the point was, I wasn't looking hard enough or far enough, or even more accurately, my position, my perspective wasn't even capable of perceiving some of the options around. At first, it didn't occur to me to literally just pick up the phone and cold call every single possible person I knew, asking to borrow some money. I was too ashamed, or rather I was too proud to even consider that being an option. I could never, or so I thought. And then I did it, and it was fine. It didn't quite yield the full results that I wanted, but it helped somewhat. And then I thought, well, I've tried that option, and I truly can't think of anyone else. And he said, well, there's always options. And I went and I started calling and contacting every single person who might ever possibly be a prospective client or a past client, offering anything I possibly could to re-engage their services until eventually I made a whole bunch more. But I wasn't there yet. And I was getting a little bit defeated because I'd worked very hard at this time. I probably made about 7 or 8K in a week or two, which was pretty cool. Very little of that came from any loans because that didn't really work that well. But the important part was that I tried. Now, eventually he pointed out to me and I began to learn just how far this concept of there are always options really extends. If I really desperately wanted to, I could probably cut out a kidney, sell it on the black market, hopefully survive the procedure. That is an option. It's not a good one. It's not one I took. It's not one I'd ever recommend. But it illustrates the point that there is truly always something you can do. And I never really believed that until I started applying it, not just in my own life, but in my coaching as well. Telling and demonstrating and watching, in fact, my clients finding answers to problems that they never even initially saw as options in the first place, just by encouraging them to expand their search that little bit more. And so if you, right now, are faced with some problem, some issue in your life, and you don't know how to solve it, I guarantee that there are always options. There are options that you have not considered or that have even occurred to you. Broaden your search. Ask more people, not just to solve the problem, but if they have ideas on how to solve it. And you'll hear a lot of people say things you've already tried. But some of those people might say things you haven't heard. Or they might say it in ways that might give you ideas of different things that you could try. Do not stop researching, because I swear this is truly one of the most fundamental things that I've learned that changed my entire life and my entire approach to self-development. There are truly always options. And I genuinely hope that phrase liberates and helps you as much as it has me and many of my clients. Go well.